Hello, thank you for watching. This video is going to have a pretty long intro. It's the first video of this type that I'm making. It's different than my normal content. I'll put timestamps below. Please skip ahead if you'd like. As you've seen in my other videos, and as you can probably see here, I have a big PlayStation 2 sign here. I usually will showcase a PS2 game that I like, or just a PS2 game that I have right here. I have some PS2 games there. Needless to say, I'm a pretty big fan of PS2 games. Because I hold PS2 so closely to my heart, over the past handful of years I've been collecting PS2 games and trying to amass a huge collection, and it's been very personally fulfilling doing that. I'll usually scour OfferUp, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, things like that to look for good deals on PS2 games. I'm a bit of a cheapskate, so I usually will try to find a good deal. But another thing I do usually is I will go to a flea market on the weekends and see what I can find. Again, it's getting harder and harder to find retro games at flea markets, but thankfully since I collect for PS2, they are definitely easier to find than, say, Nintendo games, N64, SNES, NES, stuff like that. It's a lot easier to find games, to find PS2 games, and they're usually a lot cheaper, so thankfully I could still find games usually whenever I go out. I do also collect passively for other systems. I've started to collect a little bit more of NES games and Super Nintendo games. Also occasionally like Nintendo DS games and stuff like that, but more passively. My focus is PS2. Today I went to a flea market and found a lot of games for really good prices. And they're not a lot of bangers, but a lot of sports games, but there are a couple of cool games in there. And it made me really excited that I found so many games for such a good deal that I figured I'd share it. It's something that I care a lot about, and maybe hopefully one of you watching will appreciate it too. So I figured I'd just go through the games that I found at the flea market and probably go off on multiple tangents if it's a game that I recognize or if I've played similar games before. If you listen to the intro, thank you. Let's jump into it. I bought way too many games, honestly. It's becoming more of an issue of space than anything else, but still very happy about it. Let's not think about the space right now. Let's just enjoy this moment. Okay, so this is the first bag of games that I bought. Every game in this bag was $1 each, which is very exciting. And again, a lot of the games are sports titles, and they're probably realistically worth only a couple bucks anyway. But I don't have most of these, so very exciting for me. Very exciting for me. The first game here is NBA Street on the PS2, greatest hits. Hopefully the tracking will go to the game and not to my face. There we go. NBA Street. I've played it, I believe, once before, but that's it. Not super familiar with it, but I know that it's a relatively uncommon game, which means it's like 12 bucks. Not crazy, but to get this for $1, I'm very excited about that. I do already have it, but I wanted to jump on it because, $1 PS2 game, you can't really say no. I kind of went overboard. The manual is a little bit dinged up, minimal wear. The disc is cracked. This is a risk that you take buying games and not looking closely at the disc, but that's okay. I got the case. The case in the manual, I'd say, is worth $1 or $2. What? We're off to a horrible start. We're gonna get through a couple of the sports games here. Again, I haven't really played these sports games before, but we'll go through them. We'll go through them and see. The first game here is NBA Live 2004. Let's see if you can see that here. Hopefully you can. Manual's basically near mint. The disc, I believe I took a look at it already. Looks like it's been refurbished, which is fine, but I'll have to test it later and see if it still works. But that's first game. Also picked up this Gran Turismo on the PS1. Wow. Absolutely atrocious condition. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's horrible. But hey, honestly, PS1 games, from what I've seen, are relatively resilient, so hopefully that'll play. Next one, Hard Hitter Tennis on the PS2. I've never played this game, but I'm excited to give it a try. I don't think I've ever really played a tennis game on PS2 before. I think I have a couple of them. I've played a lot of Wii Tennis, but not a PS2 tennis game, so I'm excited to try it out. Really good condition, a couple of surface scratches, but nothing crazy. This is the only Nintendo game I bought today. I was shocked when I saw that it was with other dollar games, but it's not a banger. But it is bases loaded, It's probably worth only like $5, but it excited me nonetheless to see a non-PS2 game. The next one, Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. I have played this game before. It is pretty fun. I haven't played a whole bunch of it. Maybe played it with some friends for like an hour or two, and it was pretty fun. It didn't blow my mind, but I'll need to play it more. Minimal wear on the manual. Looks like some light bends on the side. Not a big deal. Pretty good. I mean, normal scratches, not like crazy. I'm sure it works, but I'll have to test it again later. The next one, NCAA Game Breaker 2004. The manual's in pretty okay condition. A couple of bends, but overall it looks good, which makes me happy. Okay, here we go. This is exciting. The disc is near mint. 0 scratches. I'd be surprised if this game was ever even taken out of its case. It's not uncommon, maybe somewhere between uncommon and common. I'll run into a sports game where the case is just kind of beat up and gross, but I open it and the disc probably has never even been taken out of its case. Usually not a lot of scratches on these mass-produced sports games of the time. But it's very exciting for a collector like myself. The next one, we got 2K Sports College Hoops NCAA 2K7. The case is in surprisingly good condition, aside from, you know, just like the coating of kind of dirt that you normally see on old PS2 games. The manual's in great condition, slight bend on the edge, but overall really good. Nice. Okay, another mint disc. This might be the first time this disc has ever been taken out of its case, so that's exciting. Okay, this next one, I bought it because I didn't have it, but the case the case is in such bad condition. It's probably a little hard to see, but there's really not much of a casing left on this PS2 game. The label is in surprisingly good condition considering the fact that it has no cover. I probably have an empty PS2 case lying around. I've played a couple of golf games on PS2 before, but I can't really recall them. They're not super, I don't find them super enjoyable, but surprisingly, the manual is in, I'd say, near mint condition, which is exciting. The disc, again, this might be the first time this disc has ever been taken out of its case. It's in really, really nice condition, no scratches. So this is exciting, but also I need to find a new case for this. I'm gonna put it just over here, I think, for now. Maybe I'll move it over here, actually. There's also these like a bunch of like crusty flakes on it. Ugh. The next one I am so excited for. I really want to play it. It is NFL Blitz 2003. I haven't played this before, but I have played NFL Blitz on the PS3 from the PlayStation Store. Absolutely love that game. It might be my favorite sports game ever. I'm not a big sports ball person or player, but I love a really good sports game, and I love NFL Blitz on the PS3, so I'm very excited to give this a shot. Got some wear on the edges, but not a big deal. Unfortunately, it does not have the manual, but let's check the disc. Usually if there's no manual, the disc is pretty scratched up. Yeah. This is so scratched up. I'm gonna try and, yeah, you can already see it with the light. It's just, it's bad. Maybe I'll get this resurfaced. We'll see. We'll see. The next one, Disney Pixar Cars. The only Cars-oriented game I've played, I think, is it's the Mater game. I'll put a picture of it above here. I played that one and it's fun. And okay. This happens sometimes too. Okay, bear with me. Brace yourselves. Tony Hawk American Wasteland instead. That's fine. Honestly, Tony Hawk's American Wasteland might actually be worth more. And by worth more, I mean maybe $1 or $2 more than Cars. So that's called profit, baby. Again, I said it in the intro, but I am not a reseller. I am a collector. So it is not my intention to buy these to resell them. It is my intention to collect them, keep them in a box for them to collect dust at my house. So just know these are going to a good home. Next one, NCAA Football 2009. Another sports game that I haven't played. Probably won't care for too much if I played it, but I don't have it. How do I do this? The inside looks good. Let's check the disc. Some scratches, but not horrible. Not horrible. It's honestly a bit of a gamble when you buy games from flea markets because you don't know where they've been sitting around. If they're destroyed, do they work? Do they not work? I found some games where the disc actually just has like a couple small scratches and it doesn't work, and I found some that are completely ruined, like so many scratches, and yet they still work. It's a big mystery, but it all just comes down to the laser in the PS2. Does the game get red, etc.? Are the cuts deep? The next one, World Championship Cards. An extremely exciting game that I've never played and probably will not ever play. However, I will give it a shot to test it at some point. The manual is near mint. A couple of light bends, actually. Maybe not near mint. Wow, this disc has... this disc has definitely been used. There are a lot of scratches on this game. I expected this disc to be perfect. I expected almost no one to play it. The next three I'll kind of go through fast. Just more sports games. NBA Live 2007. Madden 2004. And NBA Live 2001. NBA Live 2001 and NBA Live 2007, both are complete. The discs are a bit scratched up, but not horrible. Madden 2004 has no manual. The disc, again, a little scratched up, but not crazy. All right, the next few games we got here. SingStar Pop. I played so much SingStar with my family. This was like 15 plus years ago. We loved to play SingStar. My two cousins would always sing off against each other, and I would just sing a couple of the songs that I really liked, but that was it. Because I was too ashamed of my singing voice and didn't want to sing in front of a lot of people. A lot being like 5 people in all my family. The disc looks really good. Light scratches, but barely noticeable. The next one I do have, but I just wanted it because it was $1. Rock Band on the PS2. A banger. Really fun game. I have the full Rock Band set, but every part, I have, I think, 3 guitars, the drum set, and I have a bunch of mics. The drum set, the legs on the drum set, like as you play, they start to drop down. So what me and my friends would do is we'd have somebody who would go up to the drum set and like hold the legs while someone plays because it would just keep sliding down. It was a blast and a half. And one of the guitars only strums up. Another one of the guitars just doesn't work at all. One of them works pretty well. I can't remember what's wrong with it. Maybe nothing. And I have like 4 Rock Band mics. Don't ask me how or why. I don't know. The manual's a little banged up. Couple of bends here and there. Let's check the disc. Surprisingly good condition. Well, actually, maybe not. Maybe not. We got scratches. You're also probably seeing a lot of smudges on these discs, I'm realizing, but that's okay. I'm trying to get the light to, yeah, you can see the scratches there. The next one, NASCAR Thunder 2003. I haven't really played any NASCAR games on PS2. I've maybe played one and like raced with my friend for like 20 minutes or so, but that's probably it. Manual's in near perfect condition, which is great. This disc is pretty great as well. Not a lot of scratches. Watch like half these games not work. This I also bought. I've never seen it before. It is a PS2 network adapter startup disc V2.5. I don't know what that means. I opened it up and it says, I guess it's like a demo disc. Let's see here. I guess it just has like demos of games you can play. It says something along the lines of like, oh, these games are in here. Wow, look at all these games, etc. I'm guessing this has 0 scratches on it because I don't think anybody would have used it. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Wow, okay, I am wrong. There are a bunch of scratches on this. Yeah, you can see them now. I will be putting this in the PS2 just to see what happens, to be honest. Maybe it is just a bunch of demo games and it's a lot of fun. Who knows? The next one, we got Real World Golf, and it looks like it's been waterlogged a little bit. The label is kind of wrinkly. Well, the outer part is, but it looks like the label is too, which is not exciting. But I don't have this game and I've never seen it before, so that's exciting. Oh, nice, okay. Perfect condition on the disc. I guess no one played it, which is good for me. Maybe I'll never play it too, and it'll just stay perfect in this in this case, and slowly raise value over time. It'll go from $3 to maybe $5 in 10 years. So very, very exciting stuff. The manual's in great condition too, which makes sense since the disc is in perfect condition. The next one is a game that I care a lot about. Played a lot as a kid, Dance Dance Revolution. Which one is it specifically? Supernova. I've never played Supernova, but I did play DDR Max as a kid. Loved it. I don't know what happened to the dance pad that I had, but it probably just ended up in the trash at some point during a move or something when I was a kid. The manual's in great condition. The disc, light scratches, hopefully surface. I really want to find a dance pad at some point because I think it'd be a blast to have friends over and play Dance Dance Revolution. Okay, the next one is NASCAR 06. Total Team Control, I think. Yeah, Total Team Control. Again, don't really play much NASCAR games. Haven't played this one. Hopefully it's never been used. It looks like it has some scratches on it and looks like it's been like washed before by somebody, like in the sink or something with like soap, which I have definitely done before. The next one is a PS3 game, NCAA Football 2009. Haven't played it. Might give it a shot. No manual. And the disc is, ooh, it has like soap scum on it. Can anybody see that? The next one, there's no disc in here, but the Rock Band 3 box. This might be the most valuable thing I bought today, which is funny because it's just a case, but I think the case is worth probably like $5. This would have been probably the most valuable game I bought today if it actually had the disc, because I think Complete in Boxes is like a $30 game or so. I could be wrong, but I've never played Rock Band 3. I played Rock Band 1 and 2, but I guess I just didn't buy 3 when it came out. But yeah, again, no disc. The manual's in pretty good condition. Hopefully I find the disc at some point. This next bag are all games that I bought for 50 cents each, and which is something that I never see anymore. To see people selling video games for 50 cents each is just astronomically amazing. I mean, these are PS2 games, some PS3, etc. But even then, 50 cents each, like, that's a no-brainer. No-brainer. I'll go through some of these PS3 games relatively quickly. We got NBA 2K10 on PS3. Manual's in great condition. Let's see about the disc. Yeah, I doubt this was ever taken out of its case. Homefront is a game that I've had on PS3 for so many years, and yet I've never played it. I've heard good things, I've heard not great things, but I do want to play it at some point. Yeah, probably rarely used on the disc too. Again, none of these are super valuable games, not a lot of bangers, but as a collector to, you know, see games at all for 50 cents is just crazy, and especially when they're in really good condition, which is the case for a lot of, you know, not more popular PS3 games. This game might be the biggest banger of the bunch. Dora, I can't remember the title, whatever it says. Dora Saves the Snow Princess. I assure you, I will try to save the Snow Princess at some point, hopefully before I die. The manual is in good condition, and the disc, perfect condition. Maybe played once or twice. I have no idea. I'll breeze through the next sports games. We've got NHL 2K9 and NBA 2K10. 2K10 does not have the manual. NHL does have the manual. Decent condition, a little bending. The disc is basically perfect. NBA 2K10, the disc has some light scratching, hopefully just surface scratching. The next two sports games as well, we're kind of breeze by. NBA 2K13 and 2K Sports Major League Baseball 2K9. Some of these sports games have such long names, like needlessly long. NBA 2K13, the manual's all bent up. That's okay. The disc looks near mint. The baseball game, the manual looks pretty good. Pretty good overall, not a lot of bends. The disc is generally unused, I think. I don't see any scratches. Next one, NBA 2K11. The disc is very clean. A couple of scratches I think I could see. I really didn't play many sports games growing up. I did play one football game a lot, and that was NFL 2K3. I played that a bunch, and I got really good at it, but I haven't really played many other sports games. I occasionally played basketball games at friends' houses, but that was really it. Boxing games I probably played more in the last year than I have ever, just because of having a couple PS2 games that me and my friends will play sometimes. The next one, UFC 2009 Undisputed. No manual, and the disc. A couple of minor surface scratches. Also, let me know if even me showing the disc matters at all to any of you. I don't know if it does. You know what? I think if the disc is near mint, I'll just say it's near mint, and if it's really scratched up, I'll show it just so you can all see how bad it is. You can all assess from your end how bad the damage is. The next one is a PS4 game. We have a PS5, so I occasionally just buy a PS4 game. The Golf Club 2019, featuring who? PGA Tour? Is it featuring the whole tour? I thought it'd be featuring like a golfer. The disc is basically near mint, some smudges, a couple of light surface scratches. The manual looks pretty good. I doubt anyone looked at the manual. I don't feel like I would ever look at the manual of a sports game these days if I ever bought a game. The next one is an Xbox game. I don't have an Xbox, but I occasionally will buy an Xbox game if it's for $1 or less, which is the case here. Ghost Recon 2. Never played it. I did play Tom Clancy's The First Ghost Recon. I liked that one. I think I've even played... No, I played Rainbow Six, but it was an older PS2 Rainbow Six, and I did enjoy it a little bit. Yeah, this one's pretty banged up. Pretty banged up. Hopefully it works. The next one I almost didn't buy because I don't have the Kinect, and I do have an Xbox 360, but I'm sure it's broken because Xbox 360s break all the time. There it is. 50 cents. I bought it. I probably wouldn't pay $1 for it, but I paid 50 cents. So, guys, it happened again. This actually might be for the best. Okay, supposed to be Connected Ventures. Some NHL game. NHL 15 is that? Maybe that's a dub. Maybe we take those. The next one I got is on the 360 Sonic Free Riders. No manual. The disc is pretty banged up, and this might be the smudgiest disc I've ever seen in my life. The next 360 game is Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I've never played it. I do have it, I believe, on the PS3 as well. Also, the label's a little bit out. Let me slide that in a little bit. Yeah, I hate seeing when you buy a game when the label is like out a little bit. You can see on the edges of the label. It's pretty banged up. Hopefully you can see some of that. But it's because it was maybe like a couple centimeters out of the casing. This is fun. It has the manual for Ultimate Alliance, but it also has the manual for Forza 2 Motorsport. Let me know in the comments if that's actually supposed to happen. I have zero idea. I know next to nothing about 360 games. I did have a 360 as a kid for a little while, but I think we only bought it to play Halo and Fable. Mostly Halo for me, so that was it. But I mean, Halo 3, shout out to Halo 3. What a game. All right, 2 more sports games. How exciting is that? We have MVP Baseball 2004 and Madden 12. Hopefully the light is not too like blinding and you can't read the text. There we go. The manual for Madden is black and white when companies started to cheap out on their manuals, and it's only gotten worse, which is very sad to see. MVP, that was the sports game. MVP Baseball 2005. Love it. Played it as a kid. My dad would always crush me in whenever we'd play together. It holds a special place in my heart. And this, unfortunately, is just some CD-ROM disc. But I guess I have the box now. The manual's in good condition, and just for funsies... wow. This CD-ROM disc is in horrible, horrible condition. It looks like there's soap scum, scratches, some scratches pretty deep. Unfortunate. The next one I got, literally, I mean, most of these games I got because they're 50 cents. Can't really say no to that. I got Medal of Honor on the 360. Never played it before. Probably won't play this one. Maybe on PS3. I think I might have it on PS3. Maybe I'll play that one day. And the disc looks unused. The manual's in good condition too. The next one, again, most of these Xbox 360 games I'm probably not going to play. But the next one, exciting. Borderlands on the 360. I love Borderlands. I played so much of it on the PS3. I also bought it on PC, didn't play it as much on there, but love the first Borderlands. It's, would I put it in like my top 20 games of all time? Maybe like top 30 or 40. But that's still pretty high. I played tons of games. I mean, you know, the disc looks really good, near mint, a couple of very small surface scratches. The manual looks really good as well. I keep like, my face keeps coming off the side and it keeps focusing on that, but I'd rather it focus on the manuals. The next one, very exciting, NBA Live 2007. Again, another sports game, 50 cents. Honestly, if you asked me like 5 years ago, I'd probably say I wouldn't spend more than 50 cents on a sports game. Now it's probably like $1. If I see a sports game, I'll probably buy it if I don't have it. So again, to find games for 50 cents is just crazy, even though none of these are really bangers, but they're games. NBA Live 07, the manual looks pretty good. The disc looks near mint, no scratches. The next games I bought, there's 7 of them. Got it for $5 for all 7. Pretty good, mostly sports games. I'll just kind of move through these. Actually, hang on, there's one non-sports game in here, or 2. Here are the 2 non-sports games. We got Dancing with the Stars and Karaoke Revolution. Look at that. I did not know there was a Dancing with the Stars PS2 game. I really want to play it, just to see what it's like. Manual's in okay condition. Disc, a couple minor scratches, nothing crazy. Dancing with the Stars does have its manual. The disc, a couple minor scratches, nothing crazy. It's also really sad to see a lot of manuals. I mean, we saw it, you know, in the PS2 days. I mean, it's like 4 pages and it just gives a brief overview of like how to play, and that's really it. I wish manuals had more stuff. I mean, I don't know how much we can really pack into a Dancing with the Stars manual, but you know. The next ones are sports games. I will showcase them all really quickly and I'll let you know which ones do not have manuals and which ones do. Right. MLB 2005 and NHL Face Off. NBA Live 2004 and MLB Slugfest 2003. And NCAA 07 March Madness. The cases are not in great condition, but that's to be expected. The labels look okay. A couple of them are a bit worn on the sides. NBA Live has no manual. Face Off has a manual. No scratches. Slugfest, no manual. Wow, really bad. Really bad. NCAA March Madness has some minor scratches on the disc, and the manual looks good. Couple of marks. And MLB 2005 has no manual, and the disc is a bit scratched up. I'll just show this one for funsies. These next 3 games I got for $5 total, more sports games. All right, we got one more game and a couple of honorable mention items that aren't games that I also bought. But Thrillville on PS2. I really loved Thrillville as a kid. I haven't played it recently. I don't know if it holds up, but I was so excited to have a roller coaster theme park game on the PS2. Growing up, I played so much Roller Coaster Tycoons 1, 2, and 3. I still play Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 a lot even today. They're just such great games, and to be able to have a roller coaster simulator game, or like a roller coaster theme park simulator game on the PS2 was so exciting to me as a kid. But what stood out to me the most about Thrillville is the fact that you can actually ride the roller coasters, which at the time, I don't know how common that was. For me, it's the first time I ever saw it as a kid, and it blew my mind, the fact that I can actually ride on a roller coaster. It was also really cool to be able to go into the park in first person and be able to experience it. Like, I always built parks as a kid in Roller Coaster Tycoon and really wished I could just like walk around the park and see what it looked like from the ground view. So to be able to do that was really, really cool. Like it or not like it, this game I think was pretty cool when it came out. I'm sure it has its problems that I probably forgot about and will remember if I play again. But these days, you might as well just play Planet Coaster, right? I feel like that's pretty much this game, but more modernized. Although this did have mini games. I think you can actually play mini golf and stuff in this, which I don't think Planet Coaster has. There are a couple more things I bought that are not games. I didn't know these existed, and I don't know why I bought it. I got it for $1. It's Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone Quidditch card game. I saw this and I was completely shook. I had no idea these existed, and if I was a kid and knew these existed, I'd be all over it. But I bought it. I don't know if it's been opened. I doubt it's worth anything, but I just thought it was so cool, a little gimmicky. I also bought, I do have a TV, the one behind me. It can play VHS games. I almost said VHS games. It can play VHSs. And I have a couple VHSs. I don't want to start collecting them because they just take up too much space. But I did find The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh on VHS for $2, and I bought it. Honestly, I don't usually buy VHSs unless it's like $1. But $2, I love Winnie the Pooh. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. This is the first video like this that I've made. Let me know in the comments if there's any changes I could make. Like, do you like seeing the manuals? Do you want me to pull the manuals out? Do you like seeing the discs? Do you not like seeing the discs? I'll probably put the prices somewhere. If I didn't, then let me know if you want the prices, or if I did put the prices, let me know if you don't want them. I mean, again, none of these games were really bangers. There were a couple of light bangers, but really, they're all like sports games worth like, most of them are worth under $6 anyway. But it's exciting to me because I don't have most of them. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you next time.